In this demonstration, we're going to pretend that the parent has previously logged in and made appointments either using suggest bookings for me or make bookings for myself, just like I'm doing right now. I'm now going to return to the dashboard to show you how you can turn these parent receiving appointments into video meetings. So now we're going to pretend that we fast forwarded through time to the day of the parent's evening. Okay? So on the day of the parent's evening, you're going to see a big blue join video appointment button, but only 10 minutes before your first parent's evening appointment. If you log in earlier than that, you're not going to see this button. So don't panic, it will appear before your first appointment, 10 minutes before that. You can check your bookings and you can join your appointments 10 minutes before, but the one thing to note that is if you've had bookings shared with you by another parent, it's possible that you won't see the bookings and the join button until 10 minutes before. So again, just click this button 10 minutes before. Now, before you join a video meeting, you might want to test your video settings. So this is your microphone, your webcam, your internet connection. As you can see, it's first of all testing my microphone. So as I speak, and if I stop and start, you can see it's testing my audio. So I'm going to apply that because I know that's working. And then I can also test my webcams. There I am. If you're on a smartphone or a tablet, you can also try changing the input, so it could be a front camera or a back camera, things like that. Now, having done that, it's tested everything, so it's all supported. The one thing that you might also want to do if you're having a problem, especially if you're getting a grey screen error, which I'll speak about in a moment, is run this network test. So the network test will check that your internet connection isn't blocking our access to the video meeting server from your computer. So for example, if you're not able to connect to our video server, you might want to run this network test, and it may say there's some errors, and you might try on 3G or 4G, for example, on your smartphone or tablet instead, and it'll work. And then you would know the issue is something with your internet connection, probably your firewall or maybe your network, depending on whether you're at work or at school. Sometimes networks block these types of connections. Once you join the video meeting, you're going to be asked to give permission to your microphone. So you can see here that it's hearing my audio, and I'm just going to press apply. And you're also going to be asked to give permission to use your webcam, which, as you can see, is shown there. Once you press apply, the meeting will start automatically. One quick thing to mention, if you log in to Parents Bookings video meeting and you're presented with this grey screen rather than your video meeting, so if you can't see yourself, which would mean that you're in and waiting for the other person, and if there's a countdown timer running, which means you should be in a video meeting right now, but it is still this grey screen, that means that your internet connection or your computer has not been able to connect to our video meeting. Now, what that normally means is there's something stopping your connection from reaching us. So, for example, a network or a firewall issue. A quick way to test if that's the case would be to not use the same internet connection you're using currently. Maybe if you tried on a smartphone or a tablet, for example, on 3G or 4G, something different from the network you're on, and it works, then you know it's the internet connection. This may happen if you're at work. It may happen if you're, for example, at a school. And sometimes the connections we use are blocked by businesses and networks and things. I think the other thing you could try is a different internet browser. It might be that your internet browser is just too old. You could try updating it. But my first reaction if I was getting this grey screen would be to blame my internet connection or my firewall and simply try a different internet connection. The other two types of error messages you might get are explained at the bottom of the PDF instruction guide that is included in the email that is sent after you've booked your appointments. So when you open this PDF, which as I say is described in that email, it does explain how to log in and join your video meetings, and it explains which internet browsers are compatible with which type of device. So for example, if I'm on a Windows computer, I should be able to use Chrome, Firefox or Edge, but only the new Edge, not the older Edge. It also explains how to prevent errors, and then explains how you can log in, and it will, of course, ask for your permission to use your microphone and your camera as we've discussed, and then show you how a video meeting should look. And at the bottom, in the troubleshooting area, we talk about that grey box error, but also the other two sorts of errors you might get. So if it says cannot access your device due to hardware error, this tends to mean that your webcam or your microphone isn't plugged in or isn't working. So you can try doing that. Oftentimes it's just a case of plugging it in. But if, of course, you can't make it work, it might be you have to use a different computer or device, maybe a smartphone or a tablet. The other error we see sometimes is the user did not give permission to access your media. This is quite an unusual one But if you look at your web address bar, so where you type in, parents-booking.co.uk, up in that area, you can sometimes see a little icon with a red X in it. And if you click on that, that will say that you're not sharing your microphone and your webcam with your internet browser or with our website. So if you allow that, all of a sudden it'll start working. You may have to refresh the page, but it's just that you are not giving us permission to access your webcam and your microphone. That's what we mean by media. So it's just telling your internet browser to allow that. And with that said, we'll now take you back into a real video meeting and show you how that looks and works. So as you can see, there's me, and indeed there is Miss Davidson herself. Hello, Miss Davidson.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for joining me and helping me demonstrate how the video call technology works. So in the top right corner is a countdown timer, which is telling us how long is left in this appointment. Once that runs out, this appointment will finish, and both Miss Davidson and I will be taken to our next appointments. As well as that, you can see controls that let you turn off your microphone so that Miss Davidson can't hear me as I speak, and also to turn off your camera if you wish. And you can see there, she won't be able to see my camera. The last thing to know is at the bottom, there's a schedule which shows you all of the appointments and whereabouts you are in regards to your schedule. So we've had several appointments today, Miss Davidson and I, it seems like, but this is just a demonstration to show you what a schedule would look like. In the top left corner, you'll always be reminded who it is you're speaking to at this present time. And if you want to leave the call, you just press the red hang up button. And that's what I'm going to do now. Thanks, Miss Davidson.